Remember, we recount the glorious moments of Clayton Fleegal J. Dynomite's life and the tragedy that was his death. Mr. Dynamite was a very officious man, having achieved a list of inhuman feats during his life. In 2004, Mr. Dynamite managed to negotiate a peace treaty between Earth and the intergalactic empire, making Lord Vader feel right at home on Earth. In those same interest in human protection, he managed to develop a cheap watermelon hybrid that could produce 10 watermelons in 1 teaspoon of water. He solved this quest to end world hunger in that same year. However, another large cause of his success lies with his amazing business and his financial abilities. His workers often consider him a tad bit strict and demanding, but overall Mr. Dynamite presents himself as a nice man. These strict yet efficient work ethics have earned Mr. Dynamite millions from his business. However, Mr. Dynamite has also given back to his community by once saving a baby from drowning in a freezing lake on Christmas Eve of 2005. Again on Christmas Eve in 2006, Mr. Dynamite single-handedly fought off a throng of invading technologically advanced Canadian terrorists and saved the day so that kids around the world could rip open presents. But he did have a bit of fun on his own time. One of his most prized toys was his active nuclear missile that he had gained the ability to ride. Another jolt from Mr. Dynamite was to regularly run across busy interstates for the thrill of survival. And of course, he enjoyed just as much as his 5-star restaurant, which he dubbed Olive Garden. And of course, Mr. Dynamite experienced a 5-year period of enjoyment with his wife, Mrs. Dynamite, until they went through a nasty divorce in 2007. She now takes the title of Miss Barrelfish.
The content following is heavy and violent. Viewer discretion is highly advised.
Clayton Fleegal J. Dynamite's body after the arrival of the paramedics. His backside has so many bullet entries that his suit was completely red. This photo shows 2 murders committed by the assassin in the process of killing Mr. Dynamite. One has been identified as Mr. Dynamite's personal bodyguard, Mr. Ryan, and the other to be a witness to the crime, a man identified as Jackson L. Samuel, also known as Mr. Breeze. We just received an amateur film from an unidentified viewer. He claims that it relates to the story. Let's watch it now.
Those with any sense call me Wonder Boy. Yeah, well I ain't gonna tell you very much, but I will tell you this. If you're pro-Bush, or if you're on the lam, I'll find you and deliver my own justice system upon your head. I'm one of them, vigilantes. But today, I got a job. I gotta pass judgment upon a dear friend.
Well, that was distracting. Anyways, these 2 photos following are taken of Miss Barrelfish after the scene, where she was eventually tortured. She was pulled limb by limb between 2 trucks until she tore into half. We will now show you live footage of the events that occurred at the scene. The contents of these films are very gruesome. Viewer discretion is advised. The following film is very foul and bloody. It appears that the man with the SMG to the left is in fact Mr. Ryan. The serial killer in these films has now been identified as Kyle Malone, who has taken the alias of Red Cobra. The two photos are of the Red Cobra as the police are escorting him to their car under arrest. There are the last moments of his life. The assassin's assassin has been identified as Mitchell F., also known as Wonder Boy. This apparently is the same man who sent in that amateur footage earlier. This bloody photo is what was left of Red Cobra after the incident.
Look, lady, I've already told you all I'm gonna tell you. Oh my god, there's a sniper over there!
Say good night to the bad guy. You got nothing on me. You know it, I know it. Why don't you get a job or something, you know? Antonio Montana. Say hello to my little friend! Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!